EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Bortles going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Wake able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's the 1st carry now for Frank Gore. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gore. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Duron Smoot in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Fournette on the counter. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he knocks it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff for Gore. Ooh, with a juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
On the handoff, it's Gore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes a really good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Tannehill now to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Duron Smoot in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And once more. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Bortles now on first down, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Tannehill. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Zero. Tag. Go. Zero. Play.
On first down, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. To throw, it's Bortles. Steps away to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw is Bortles. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Hank. It's all right. Hey, 54, Ricky.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw is Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tannehill now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To the air again, Tannehill. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And now out come the Jags. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Completes it to Lee. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A final shot before half for Bortles. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Gore again here on first down. Finding some room at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the problem hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. On first down, Bortles. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Spread right, spread right, spread right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fournette, first down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And Stills over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the completion, Frank Gore. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because
he's got Amendola. Touchdown, Miami. Danny Amendola, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Now Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but They took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now Leonard Fournette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Robert Quinn. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Bortles going to throw here. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. On the return comes Drake. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And they will take a knee here. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf.